What's up, guys? Welcome to another exciting edition of Real Estate Podcast, episode 392. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
We're hanging outside a destroyed White House with Adam.
We were going to watch Love Hurts, but everybody got to see Captain America.
So yeah.
We had a Jeremy Piven.
I was wondering it. I was like, is that Jeremy Piven? Like, what are we doing?
Brave New World.
Yeah. Captain America, Brave New World. I like what they were going for. But it just felt.
Well, I mean, it was like we were kind of talking off pod a few days ago. It was like a backdoor sequel to The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, basically.
I just felt like they were trying to leak all that together there.
Oh yeah, it was a Marvel cinematic sandwich, dude. Because there was just so much stuff going on in this. Like they were trying to give us so much stuff and be a good stepping stone movie, but it was almost too much.
Well, not only that, but like The Incredible Hulk came out in 2008, right?
It's been a minute.
I mean, that's almost 20 years ago. I mean, like, like I'm glad that they're trying to make those connections and they're trying to do all that stuff. That's great. But like, you're going to follow up a movie from almost 20 years ago that like the person that played the Hulk no longer plays the Hulk. The person that plays Thunderbolt Ross no longer plays Thunderbolt Ross. I mean, sure, you get the bad guy. Sure, you get Liv Tyler. But some of these people that are watching this weren't born when that movie came out. So like...
Also, it wasn't the Easter egg they thought it was going to be. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, look.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, that's her.
Yeah, I know, right?
She was in that other movie. I remember the whole scene where they were out there and it was like a field or something. Park, maybe.
Well, I mean, it was a lot of remember that,
Yeah. Barely.
Did you watch The Eternals? Yeah. You
Right.
remember?
We're finally addressing that. Like, the whole world's fighting over it.
Yeah.
Oh, and now they've linked what it has to the X-Men, right?
Yeah. Yeah. In a way, yeah.
It's like and that was literally its only purpose.
Well, it almost like caused a world war.
Yeah, kinda. But Captain America showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And he captained
my captain that shit. Like,
yeah, for real, right?
He's like, I'm on it.
Yeah. I'm on your 6,
It felt more like I didn't hate the movie.
No.
I just want to say that.
No, that's the oddity of this movie is that despite what could have been better, what could have been like handled, more gingerly, I guess. But it wasn't a bad movie.
Well, I was gonna say it could have just gone straight to streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, very true. But I also think too that like, had I went to the theater and when I went to the theater and watched this, but if I'd spent money on this movie, I wouldn't have been disappointed if I'd paid for the big ticket,
Yeah. And I kind of feel the same way, but like it should have been about 30 minutes longer. And they showed, in my opinion, they pull the reveal of the villain way too early in the story. Like, that should have been something that should have been trickled out even more so. Like they should have drugged that out more so. Cap should have been in a no-win scenario. I mean, but still found a way to win, because that's the thing about Captain America is like he finds himself in no-win scenarios constantly, but like just his determination alone almost allows him, like his determination is more of a superpower than anything else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that,
just a force of sheer willpower.
Yeah, exactly. And like, when are we gonna finally get the Anthony Mackie Captain America that isn't second guessing his role as Captain America? Like, that's what Falcon Winter Soldier was all about. And then you think he finally comes to terms with it, and then he wrestles with it here. It's like, is this going to be?
Yeah, he's got like imposter syndrome. He's like,
yeah,
I don't know if I can be Captain America. It's like, but you are. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you just kicked every guy's ass in this movie. I mean,
well, I think him having that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't need to be the focus anymore, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already did that. Like, can I fill the shoes? It's like, well, you're doing it. He gave you the shield, man.
Well, yeah, instead of
he picked him.
Instead of being good, instead of not feeling like he's good enough, now he needs to switch to what would Steve do?
Yeah. WWSD
needs a bracelet.
Yeah.
Like he needs to move into that thing where he'll always question himself as whether he is fit to wear the shield. And I think that's the humble relation that the audience has with him. But there needs to be more going on now.
Yeah.
We're ready for the next phase of character development.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like right now, after watching this movie, do I think that Anthony Mackie's Captain America could successfully rally the troops and pull an Avengers team together?
Well,
what would Steve do?
I mean, it's gonna take. I think they're setting up Isaiah to be his Coulson.
Yeah, somebody's got to die.
Oh yeah. Which is wild that he's like such an important part of this movie. Was introduced in like Falcon Winter Soldier, and like, I mean, not a lot of people watched. I mean, not every comic book fan watched Falcon Winter Soldier. You know what I mean? Like,
not because a lot of people were like, he's Captain America. When did that happen? It's like, well, when the dude gave him the fucking shield. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
That has been a while too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But,
we're going on what, 5-6 years since Endgame?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So, and like, the thing with the adamantium, that's cool. But like, it's a MacGuffin that could have been utilized in such a better way, in my opinion.
Well, we should have saw the mission to retrieve the sample.
Yeah, I agree.
That should have honestly. Cool. I mean, it would have followed similar beats to the opening of Black Panther, but we should have, like, the movie should have opened with that mission.
Yeah.
A group of SHIELD agents, or whomever the government. They're on
at the White House watching the camera, the live feed of them going in, like Osama bin Laden or something.
Yeah, shit goes sideways, and then bam, through the ceiling comes in Captain Falcon, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, instead it was this briefcase thing
Yeah.
that they were after.
And had they have started that, that would have at least, and it would have felt like there was more to it than just, oh hey guys, here's our X-Men reference. We promise the mutants are coming.
That's why I say it felt like the show that we watched. It was just pieced together. You know, it was a long episode.
No. Now here was something that me and Griff were talking about the other night. A missed opportunity for General Rocker to show up.
Yes.
And instead of us getting what the post credit that we got, we should have gotten a look at the initial phases of the weapons program.
Yeah.
We should have been like, you know, while they're doing that meeting and the president's going, you know, Ross is talking about adamantium. Well, General Stryker could have been like, we have test subjects utilizing this material, and you know, you could have had an on-screen like readout, you know, of someone's skeleton where you're like, oh shit, that's Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's some other character. You know, like just all those different things. And it could have been like showing you that the weapons program's further along.
Yeah.
And that they've almost all but abandoned the super soldier serum, but now they're looking towards other methods.
Yeah. I mean, because like the only people that have access to vibranium is Wakandans, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like this is something that seemingly the world, you know, to a degree has access to, that's supposed to be stronger than vibranium. So it's like this should have already been like being used for weapon production, whether it be like experimental, you know, human type weapons or other, you know. I think that would have been that much more interesting, is them, you know, because like in Falcon Winter Soldier, they were running around trying to get super soldier serum stuff, and they were fighting people that had the super soldier serum, you know, injected into them and all that stuff. It would have been a great way for them to like go around and be fighting these different people that have had things done to them with adamantium, and show us kind of like
show us precursors of what would ultimately be Wolverine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I mean, that's kind of all adamantium's really like for as a plot point, is to introduce why Wolverine has adamantium in his body.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do all kinds of really cool shit, to be honest with you. Like, they could have had like weapons and stuff where you're like, okay, that's Psylocke's sword, or that's fucking that like, is that Deadpool's fucking katanas? Like just all kinds of crazy, like little moments where you can look at it and be like, was that what I thought it was? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like them trying to replicate a Mjolnir.
Oh yeah.
Using
right.
adamant. I mean, like you could take that and go off the beaten path with comics and just do such a cool what if scenario that's just custom tailored for the cinematic universe, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like, how is this going to be tied in with Thunderbolts? I mean, at the end of this, Ross freaks out, goes Red Hulk. They've got him in the Wrath.
Also, they shouldn't have put that in the trailer.
No, not at all.
That should have been a surprise.
Yeah.
Because when you see him in the trailer, you're like, oh, well, that's clearly Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were trying to hype. I think that was one of the selling point.
Yeah.
This movie's going to have the Red Hulk in it. not for very long, but he's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, I think
It would have been a better
otherwise-
surprise.
in an otherwise movie that is part of it's like with these comic movies more or less being genre films, we've all kind of talked about it from time to time, but you know, Captain America has picked up the mantle of the espionage thriller movie.
Yeah.
So bonkers shit like a Hulk showing up should absolutely have been left to the watching experience.
Well,
It
seeing
should
him
not
that
have
whole
been-
time, like having these problems, taking these pills, it's like, what the fuck's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like the
You know?
like the
Why is
movie
his
the
ears
movie
ringing?
should have been sold as what is Captain America gonna do?
A Captain America
with-
movie. You know?
Yeah, what like it should have still been sold as a movie exploring the dichotomy between Thunderbolt Ross and Captain America, but leave the speculation of Red Hulk's appearance up until you go watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been
And
a
I
big
still-
surprise.
Yeah. And I still feel like that this was a huge missed opportunity here too, because it's like this would have been the perfect way for them to just like not even necessarily introduce Red Hulk at this moment, but have it to where Bruce Banner Hulk, this is how the identities get separated. This is how Smart Hulk goes away and Angry Hulk shows back up from this point forward.
Yes, because we have Betty, the one character that could do that.
Yes. If they would have had Bruce Banner's Smart Hulk being manipulated this entire time,
Mm.
and he'd be the one that freaks out.
Now we're talking
And
about
then-
some real threat.
Yes.
You know?
And then
The stakes are high again.
Yeah. And then Betty shows back up and we get actual Bruce Banner showing back up again, you know, once it's all
And I
said
mean,
and done.
And still have Ross turn into Red Hulk. Because imagine
Oh, they got to fight.
imagine a final return to form where you have two pissed off Hulks just bare knuckling the shit out of each other
Yeah.
throughout Washington.
Yeah.
That would
Knocking
have
the
been,
Washington Monument down, used it as a weapon. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That would have been so cool.
Yeah. There's just a lot of missed opportunities that happened in this movie. And like I said, I don't hate the movie at all. It's the worst Captain America movie for sure. But I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it for what it was. And maybe it's because it's been so long since we've had a Marvel movie. Like, I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine was the last one, and that was what, November or something of last year.
I have to disagree only on one thing, man. I think Civil War was a worse film. Not because of, well, yeah, but like simply because it wasn't a Captain America movie.
Well, I don't even consider it a Captain America movie.
Yeah, it's Avengers like what, 2 or 3.5 or something like that, essentially.
Yeah. It's
not even really a Cap movie.
Yeah. I mean, they could just take the Captain America part out of that,
Yeah.
and
So
I mean,
on those merits, I do think it is a better film, a better Captain America film. But I do pick up what you're putting down, though, in terms of like we'll never get a Captain America movie that touches base on the first two in terms of quality. That's just not gonna happen, and
Yeah.
it's not Anthony Mackie's fault.
no,
and it's not
even
whatever
with the
writer's
reboot,
fault.
it's just not going to.
Because I really want to stress again that Mackie was a great Captain America. I really enjoyed that. I like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, the show was great.
I still think that the finale to Falcon and Winter Soldier is probably one of the best finales in the Marvel TV.
yeah,
Just because it goes from being a TV show to just like a full-on hour-long Captain America movie. Like, instead of Civil War, Captain America 3 was technically, in my opinion, Falcon and Winter Soldier's finale.
Right. But
so
yeah,
Bucky's a congressman.
Yeah. Or he's running for Congress or something.
Well, how does that affect what? I mean, in the Thunderbolts, it looks like he's like
fucking stuff up. Yeah. Yeah, dude, they're dispatching his ass. I don't know.
We don't even know when that takes place. I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Could be before this.
Yeah.
It might lead up to him because it was in the cuts. Well, it was at the end where he comes out and it's like, whoa, you're cleaned up.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, or speaking of like when it takes place, this is now would be considered the most present day Marvel movie, right? Like it's the furthest along in the timeline.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, because Loki doesn't count.
Yeah.
Because Loki's like everything exists and nothing exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would guess that this would be the most recent entry. I mean, what other movie? I mean,
other than
we haven't had anything. We haven't had anything since Loki season 2, have we? Now that I think about it. Well, no, we had Agatha all
along. Don't worry about that. I watched that. It don't cover nothing.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, overall, enjoyed it for what it was. Wasn't a great Captain America movie. It was a good Marvel movie, but it wasn't a great Captain America movie. It wasn't a great Hulk sequel. Like, it's just, there's a lot going on here.
Despite the fact that it tried, I mean, I give it E for effort, but you know, it comes up short in everything it wants to try to do.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said at the fact that even though it's none of those things, it's still not it's just weird. It's not an awful movie.
Better than the Marvels.
I found a timeline. So it was, Guardians 3, the Marvels, Deadpool, Captain America, Brave New World.
Okay.
Makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to give it a half star.
Same, half star.
I'm going to give it a... I'm going to give it a half as well. I believe it's a 1.5 star movie. And I think if the 30-minute extra runtime had been in play, I think it would have been a 2 out of 3 star movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or maybe if there were some real surprises.
Yeah.
Like, where's the surprise? They keep giving it away. Like, they already told us, the big RDJ reveal. Like, how fucking badass would that have been?
Yeah, right.
To be sitting there watching that, and that motherfucker takes his helmet off, and it's like, what? Yeah. But they're trying to get people to come. They're like, come back to the theater.
Yeah.
This movie made less than $400 million.
Yeah, what was its box office?
It was less than 400 million. It was around 370 something or.
Yeah. Well, so this is one of the articles, and I'll go ahead and get into it. Captain America: Brave New World heads toward disappointing but not disastrous box office total. So Marvel Studios and Disney should consider it an absolute win, as smart Professor Hulk would say, if Captain America: Brave New World eventually eclipses the 400 million mark at the worldwide box office before its theatrical run ends. The Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford-led superhero flick might not be experiencing the same disastrous fate as the Marvels globally, but Captain America 4's numbers simply aren't good enough for the film to ever be considered a blockbuster financially. Rather, breaking even is a more realistic outcome. Brave New World's time is running out the box office to turn profit, and there isn't any hope of the film ever reaching the $500 million mark, which would allow the movie to make a small amount of money. Currently, the fourth of Cap's big screen installments has only brought in $370.8 million. Said a production budget that could be twice as much as the $180 million being reported by the trades. However, even if it's true that Captain America 4 came in with the price tag under $200 million, the latest MCU installment will still struggle just to break even. The reported $180 million production budget doesn't take into account other costs like marketing and advertising, nor does it address the amount of money theaters receive as a percentage of the equation. Hopefully the rumor mill is cranking out misinformation, because if the budget is indeed double $180 million, there's no way Marvel and the House of Mouse will do anything but lose money. For the film to realistically break even, Brave New World would need to make a total of approximately $425 million.
I did read where it had some negative test screenings.
Yeah.
And they did some reshoots.
And
probably should have just stuck with the movie that they had. I mean,
they could have, or just keep the movie, or keep the movie as is, and let it open on July 4th weekend. Because I mean, dude, nothing's more 4th of July than Captain America.
Yeah.
Keep Red Hulk in the dark. Leave him in the movie, but don't promote him. Do that, and then like they would have recouped their money that weekend.
We have this problem now where people are like, they just decide up front that they're not going to like this movie.
Yeah.
It's a huge problem.
Oh, I mean,
they see interviews, they watch the trailer, and they're like, I'm not going to like that. Not even going to watch it. And then if they watch it and like it, they're like, well, I mean, nah. Mm-mm. That just happens a lot now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, Well,
when they're like, I saw what he said in that interview, and it's like, what's that got to do with the fucking movie?
Yeah, right.
Fictional characters.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, but like, I mean, to me, Marvel needs to convey, they need to figure out what they're going to do moving forward. With the MCU being almost 20 years old at this point, if they're going to continue to make movies and continue to make sequels and bring these characters in, they need to figure out how they're going to handle the recast. Are they going to pass the mantle, or are they just going to recast? And they need to go ahead and start conditioning the audience now.
Well, remember, they started doing that. And then all that just went away. Remember? Like how they started bringing all those kids in.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like, this is going to be they were going to do a movie with some of them. And then that just all went away. They were like, people don't like that. And it's like, well, these people that are playing these characters can't play them forever.
Exactly.
I mean, that just can't happen. They're bringing Robert Downey back. I figured they would have waited longer, and I was almost certain he would have been Iron Man. Hell, he might be.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. So, but to me, that's what the next logical step for them should be. Is like, all right, we've tried it with Cap, and they passed the torch on to someone else, which is fine. I mean, that makes sense in the story and everything. But if they're going to recast and keep the same character as the character, if that makes sense. Like if you're gonna have, you know, Tony Stark be Iron Man and always gonna be Iron Man, then you're gonna have to condition the audience now, or you're gonna have to reboot the entire MCU every 15 to 20 years. Or something. I don't know. But
I don't know either.
To me, it doesn't matter either way. But I'm just looking, and that's something that we talked about the other night. There's so much stuff that was in this movie that is linked to so much other stuff in the MCU that is extremely dated at this point that, of course, your average moviegoer just didn't understand. We're referencing a movie from almost 20 years ago. We're referencing a TV series that not a lot of people watched on the grand scale of things. We're referencing all this stuff. Of course, people are just like, yeah, I didn't really understand. Like, what was happening? Yeah.
What happened here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might be in a little bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
They still got Spider-Man.
Well,
you know, they still got Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Well, to me, the obvious choice is they need to be at peace with letting a character story play out.
Yeah.
And then when it's done, it's done.
But it's real hard for them to do that when that character made billions of dollars.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I mean, it's always about money.
And it's like, but y'all can make more money. Like, you're losing money by continuing to do this.
But from
you have to realize it's time to move on. You know, like Fantastic Four's coming. Yeah. The X-Men are coming in. Like, let's not fuck that up. You know?
Yeah.
Please don't fuck that up.
But from a storytelling aspect, because you're right, money is always going to trump. Like it's going to. Okay. And it's gonna make people, and it's gonna make studios beat the dead horse of a character and marionette its corpse. But if they're smart, they'll utilize these sagas, these phases that they've been conditioning us, the audience members, into accepting. Then they need to let people know it's like, hey, you want to enjoy the story of Captain America or the story of Iron Man, you gotta watch the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, you can always go back and watch that. There it is. Holds up.
Oh yeah.
Like you want to know what all Doctor Strange can do? We got the Multiverse Saga.
Well, like in an interview with him, he was like, I thought I was done, but apparently I'm not. I got to come back and do some more. Like,
yeah, I mean, so I don't know, man. They need to figure out what they're doing, and it's like they keep hard pivoting because of various reasons, whether it be like legal issues or viewer retention rate, or you know what I mean. Like, there's just so
bad
much
testing.
And see, that's
so
the thing.
Like, change it. We're going to lose money. Oh, guess what happened?
Yeah.
You lost money anyway. Well, they'll probably make,
That's what makes that first arc so special, is because it's like it all came together naturally. It all was put out naturally.
Yeah, uncharted territory. They were just...
Yeah.
rolling. They set a phase. They were like, we're doing this many movies, and then they did them.
Yeah.
I mean, the show with Sam Jackson dropped, and they canceled like 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah, right.
Just because that one show was like, it didn't do well. It's like, well, you may be able to fix that in a fucking movie. I mean,
yeah.
Like, what's his name? Scrody.
Secret Invasion.
He's out. Scrody's out.
That's one of the worst. I would say Secret Invasion sets the bar for one of the worst. Like, Secret Invasion was worse to me than the Marvels.
It's their snakes on a plane.
Yeah, right.
100%.
I'm tired of these motherfucking scrolls.
On this motherfucking earth. But yeah, I mean, they've got to do something, which we're fixing to wrap up this, the multiverse saga, and it's like, now what are we going to do? What's the next logical move? To reset? Like, is this going to reset the timeline?
What's Fantastic Four going to do? Is my
Yeah.
question.
I think it needs to be X-Men versus Avengers.
That's got to happen.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
they
you
lose
know, they had-
money if they don't do that.
They had the perfect opportunity to be able to bring the X-Men into the MCU naturally with Stark snapping everybody back into existence, a la House of M style. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that would
Wait a
have been the
minute. Did they own the rights by then?
Yeah.
And
I
if
think
not,
so.
maybe they should have. Well, that's been a while ago. I mean,
No, but what I'm saying though is like they could still use that because like
yeah, they
Tony
could have.
snap-
Yeah, like that's why they're all here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tony snaps everybody back into existence, and it's like, you know, like on Heroes, that TV show from the early 2000s,
Yeah.
right? You know, the eclipse happens and everybody's dormant abilities start waking up, and it's like, well, Tony snapping everybody back into existence, you know, something could happen and cause these dormant genes to start activating in people that were brought back, and that could be how the mutant show, like,
Yeah.
it could easily happen that way. But I don't know.
That may be why he's coming back.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for the best and preparing for the worst when it comes to the MCU at this point.
I'm
I think
excited to
that-
see Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I think Fantastic Four is going to be good. I think that what's the one after I think Thunderbolts is going to be good.
Yeah.
Like we've got some good looking prospects in the pipeline here. It's just, you know, maybe going back to like a non-phase related thing would probably be the best bet in my
Stop
opinion.
laying
for
out the
them.
next 10 movies for everybody.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
like
they keep having
let's
those
ha-
cons where they're like, it was, you know, what was the one? It's the big nerd con,
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. That's where it all started. They come out and they're like, here's the next 15 movies. And then now they try to do that. And then they're like, wait a minute, some of those are going to go away now. We've changed our mind. It's like, well, but you said,
Yeah.
stop doing it.
Yeah. Well, in Feige we trust, I guess, right? I mean, we got no choice at this point. There are rumors that Feige may leave Marvel and go over to Star Wars. So, you know. But yeah. But I got some movie news here, guys. Hit on real quick. So Happy Gilmore 2's Netflix release date has finally been revealed. According to a new report from Deadline, Happy Gilmore 2's release date may just have been revealed. The report was about Connor Sherry, who stars in Happy Gilmore 2, signing with a new agency. In the report, Sherry's upcoming projects were also listed, which includes Happy Gilmore 2. The report nonchalantly dropped the bombshell that Happy Gilmore 2 is scheduled to premiere on Netflix on July the 25th. It hasn't been confirmed, of course. If the report is correct, it aligns with the last update from Sandler about Happy Gilmore 2's release date. Last December, Sandler confirmed that Happy Gilmore 2 is eyeing a July 2025 release window, although he didn't confirm an exact date. When Sandler confirmed the July release window, he also teased that Happy Gilmore 2 would include some very surprising celebrity cameos, including none other than Eminem. He said, "I've known Eminem for a long time and he's a great guy. He came in and was funny as hell. I think we hung out a day with Eminem and we just shot, and it was insane. Said a million things we can use and a million things we're glad we have on tape." I want that fucking cut, you
Yeah.
know, the Eminem cut. So yeah, July, man.
That'd be awesome. But trailer soon then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm ready to see Shooter back at it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, when this comes out, we got to do a back. Have we done Happy Gilmore?
I don't believe so.
I don't think we have either, right?
Nah.
We need to do a Sandler month.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm excited for dude, I watched Happy Gilmore a lot when I was young. A lot.
With the exception of Superman and the obvious blockbusters coming out, do we do a Sandler summer this year?
A Sandler summer.
I think we do.
Let's try to do it around Happy Gilmore when we get a release date. We can. So we're talking the classics: Billy Madison, Little Nicky, Waterboy,
yeah,
the classics. Now I'm not trying to get into fucking Spanglish.
Yeah, no, dude. What's the one where the World Trade Center?
Oh, fuck. That movie's sad as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where he's riding around listening to his iPod.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
Rain on Me.
Rain on Me. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got into some weird shit after he did that Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah.
Sandler Summer.
I'm down, dude.
On that.
Yeah, for real, right? It's been a while. So the next Resident Evil film from Barbarian director Zach Kreger has finally had a release date. According to Deadline, the tentatively titled Resident Evil film is set to release in theaters on September the 18th, 2026. Kreger told Deadline the following in the wake of the official release date announcement. I've been a rabid fan of these games for decades, and to be able to bring this amazing title to life is a true honor. Details on the film's plot are scarce, but Deadline reports that it will harken back to the horror elements of the video game series. The president of Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group, Sanford Panitch, revealed his enthusiasm for Kreger's unique vision for a new Resident Evil franchise. Zach is one of the most talented, exciting new directors to come on the scene in many years. His brilliant approach in restarting and refreshing this legendary Sony franchise instantly makes this one of our most important releases in 2026. So yeah,
that's promising.
September.
That he's big on the games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to hold hope, but also like Barbarian was great.
Yeah.
And the monkey looks good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if anybody can do it, I think this guy has a shot at it, hopefully. When Kreger was first rumored for the latest Resident Evil reboot, it was claimed that it would be based on Resident Evil 0, which was a prequel game. So if they do that, that would be interesting. Zombies on a train?
Yep.
Tired of these motherfucking zombies.
You got to have Sam Jackson in it.
Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I mean, it's got to be better than what we got before. So, a major Warner Brothers shakeup rumor suggests only Superman can save the studio. So, the future Warner Brothers Pictures could rest upon the mighty shoulders of its greatest superhero, Superman. A new rumor suggests that the studio is looking to shake things up at an executive level if films continue to fail to turn a profit at the box office. Amidst the potential fallout is DC Studios, which would lose one half of its chiefs if Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav decides to move the company in a new direction under DCU leadership. Puck reports that not only is Warner Brothers Discovery considering the possible removal of Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy due to their costly movie slate, but Zaslav might be looking at DC Studio co-CEO Peter Safran as the next head of WB. The outlet also reports that Zaslav may also be looking elsewhere to fill out that role, but the signs are becoming clear. The hierarchy of Warner Brothers is about to change. Additionally, an insider told Puck the following about the current state of the studio and how it all rests on James Gunn's upcoming DCU film. An essential element of the stock price is believing that the IP of DC is meaningful. Zaslav bet big that they can show the world that the DC IP can have real value. Superman is the first movie. That will set the tone. They have a tremendous amount riding on it. The lengthy report repeatedly suggested that the films releasing in 2025, like Sinners, Mickey 17, The Bride, among others, have been seen as too big budgeted by other execs and could spell disaster for Warner Brothers in the long term. Despite DeLuca and Abdi putting together a slate of movies bolstered by A-list talent and auteur filmmakers, the profit margins are truly what moves the needle for Zaslav and company at the end of the day. If Superman lives up to the anticipation and delivers a bona fide hit for the studio, it would not be shocking if Warner Brothers learned the wrong lesson and simply focused on established IP instead of a mix of original concepts. That's interesting. So my question is like, Gunn has already got a pretty, solid slate of DCU films that's going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't really touch on this, or at least I didn't read it as this way, is like, they're looking at like big budget, almost too big budget films that aren't IP focused films. It's like, so if Superman doesn't do well in theaters for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
are they going to just pull the plug on non-IP? Like it's like they say in the article that's like, oh, if it does good, then they may focus only on IP based properties.
I think that's a terrible idea.
I mean, yeah, I agree. But it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if the IP makes money and they focus on specifically putting money into not just DC but other established properties, then okay. But if it doesn't do well and they only want to spend that money on stuff that's already has a built-in fan base, then what are you doing? You're putting that money in already established properties. It's like it's a double-edged sword there in a way. So I don't understand what the deal is here.
I just hate it because it's just showing you how little confidence Warner Brothers has in original material.
Oh yeah.
Or giving original material like remotely giving it a chance to try to stand on its own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Because what's one of the big arguments that we heard in the fever pitch of the comic book movie was that the comic book movie is not a movie. It's not cinema. Well,
yeah.
Well, when you have studios that don't want to even take that risk or gamble, what are you going to get more of? Superhero movies, legacy sequels,
Megalopolis.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know about you guys, but as much as I'm a fan of Bill Murray, don't really think sequels to his films, all of them at least, aren't going to really pan out well.
When I saw that Happy Gilmore thing, there was a thing on the side that was like, what about a Groundhog Day 2? And I'm like, Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. Don't you dare.
Leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Playing golf again. Chubbs.
Yeah.
But going back and doing the whole thing again, like,
Yeah.
He's stuck. It's like, he got out, What's he got to fall in love again?
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
They do.
He goes back there, they're split. Like,
yeah, right.
Nah.
But, It's just, I just think people are over going to the movies, man.
Yeah.
And whenever you see people make what would be considered lower budget movies for like 50 million and they turn
Yeah.
out phenomenal, and it's like, you know, it's
Godzilla.
a, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Come on
exactly.
with it. I mean, that was like,
Yeah,
it can't be done.
yeah,
Maybe we're paying these actors too much. It's like, look, brother, you're already a
And the-
millionaire. The money ain't
Yeah.
there anymore. You're going to have to take a cut.
yeah,
Let us get some back in. We'll make more. Like, quit being stingy.
Yeah. I know. It's
I
crazy.
mean, when you paying an actor $50 million, Robert Downey Jr.,
Yeah,
and then you've got all those other actors in there, like, he got how much?
yeah,
So, well, first of all, he's RDJ, you know.
yeah. I don't know. It's
I
just the
did hear
industry.
Gunn say, like, if Superman doesn't do well, they will not continue to make them. Like, he said that early on. He's like, if it doesn't do well, we're not going to just keep making something that's not doing good.
Yeah,
You know, the money's not there anymore.
yeah,
That infinite amount of cash, that may get better soon.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just studios don't want to take a chance. They put everything on streaming. Like, whenever I go through these news articles, 90% of these news articles that pop up are, this failed movie is doing gangbusters on streaming.
Yeah.
And, this classic movie from, 1984, or 1986 is like a streaming hit. And this,
Mhm.
and it's like, yeah, because people are like, they don't want to go to the movies, man. They just want to
Yeah.
watch TV at home.
Well, when I could just watch it at home on the service I'm already paying for,
Exactly.
instead of going out and dropping, what, $25 or something? Like,
Yeah. I mean, right here, Gene Hackman and Will Smith's classic thriller is getting a second life on the streaming charts. Let's see. There was another one here that I thought was hilarious. It was like a what was that Gene Hackman movie where he was the coach? Was it Hoosiers?
I think so.
It's like that movie is getting a second life. I'm like, that movie's like 40 years old. Like, what do you mean a second chance? But yeah, it's just like, yeah, people, but whatever. But last up here, Russo brothers finally reveal which version of Secret Wars is the inspiration for their MCU return.
Mm.
In a new interview with Tech Radar, the Russo brothers answered the question of which direction their version of one of Marvel Comics' biggest storylines will go in. It seems that the simple answer is both. Joe Russo said, "Well, we always create our own version of the story, so we use the comics as loose inspiration. But, I grew up on the original run. That's something that got me into Marvel comic books. The Hickman run is also fantastic. And they're very different from each other in a lot of ways. So we'll draw inspiration from both of them." Russo brothers seem to be completely out of the picture when Marvel Studios began working on Avengers Secret Wars, but whether it has been by circumstances beyond the control of Kevin Feige or just by some kind of higher power at work, they are now right back in the thick of the MCU again. Why did they want to come back? To tell one of their favorite Marvel Comics stories in their way. However, as Joe explained previously, with their story locked down, the task is now one that requires a lot of calm to prevent things from going haywire. He said, "And now we're just focused on executing that idea. Pressure and fear usually make for very poor decision making. So hopefully we just stay calm and keep making the stories the way we like to see them." Anthony Russo added that there is something about coming back to Marvel who are unique in having their continuing saga play out across multiple shows and movies, which brings with it the one thing that no other franchise does. Look, what you're describing is like one of the most valuable aspects of the experience for us as fans and as storytellers. So we lean into that in a strong way, and we really feel like the connective through line is one of the most unique things the MCU can do that other forms of cinematic storytelling can't do. There are still some fans who are skeptical about whether the Marvel Cinematic Universe can bring the multiverse saga to a close with the same kind of emotional, dramatic, and satisfying conclusion that Endgame brought to the Infinity Saga. With the Russo's Marvel track record, it would be a brave person that would bet against them.
Would it now?
Yeah,
Their new movie Electric State dropped on the 7th.
yeah, I heard
It's
it
sitting
wasn't
at around a
doing great.
21% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now it does have a 64% on Google,
Yeah,
but this movie was $320 million,
yeah,
and they got Star-Lord and 11,
yeah.
like
I
proper
mean,
Star-Lord, like 70s with the handlebar mustache.
yeah, right.
I'm gonna watch
He-
it. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
but I bet Disney's like, I wonder if they're like, we probably should have waited for that to come out before we handed the keys over.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, they did it before, but
Yeah,
that's the last time they did it.
yeah, right.
Look at everything they've put out since then.
Yeah.
That's the
I mean, which
last time they did it. And did they write it? Like, who wrote it? You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Do you guys wonder? They're using AI now, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
They gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, they would be dumb not to at this
They
point.
gotta be. That could be where some of the downfall's coming.
Yeah, for sure.
They're like, run it through the model.
Yeah.
It's like a big Kevin Feige computer,
Yeah.
like the Wizard of Oz. More
yeah, I mean-
references to older films.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Oh, yeah. For sure, for sure. But yeah, I'm ready for some of these trailers.
All right.
All right.
All right. Calm down.
Mm. Damn.
Sometimes. He's got one of those things from Loki.
Yeah, right. He's pruning people.
That's just a beekeeper.
Yeah, he finally shows up.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that there's been a lot of shit that's been going on with Friday the 13th, but I just would have rather watched a Friday the 13th.
Yeah, you see what they're doing there.
People.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
even walks like him. They're like, what do we put him in? What kind of suit? A mask? No. Hazmat. White hazmat. Trailers, everybody good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a little Apple
Yep.
TV here. You just said that. Oh.
Mm.
Did y'all see that old $5 bill?
Yeah.
That dude is slowly turning into Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot going on. This must be a series.
Yeah, right. It looks good though.
Yeah.
I like the feel.
Yeah.
It's got a Coen Brothers feel.
It does.
Yeah.
I have an ad. What we selling?
Accounting
I'm not buying
fundamentals
any of it.
certificate.
We got a new Bill Murray trailer. He's got 3 movies coming out. The one with Pete Davidson, where they're the hitman. We watched the trailer for that.
Oh yeah.
He made Rogan watch him. Dude, he was funny on there. He sits down. He's like, "Hi." He's like, you know, Joe Rogan's like, "Oh my God, it's you're Bill Murray. I love you." And he's like, "Really? I don't know who you are." He would ask him questions, and he's like, "You ever seen this TV show?" And Joe's like, "No." And he's like, "What kind of citizen are you?" And he's like, "Well, it's a little before my time."
Yeah.
Oh, is that Naomi Watts?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a big ass dog.
Yeah, right.
In this situation, I'm like, you can have that motherfucker. That's fucking 3 people. What is this, Barley and Me? That dog's too big for New York City.
Yeah. Hector.
I'm picking up a vibe here.
Yeah.
Every possible way. I know it's not the song.
Yeah,
that's
but I
playing,
think it is her. Maybe not. It sounds like her.
but- There's still an age gap here, guys.
Between her and the dog?
Between her and Bill Murray.
I don't think he's a love interest, but Bill, that's what Bill does. He's like, I do age gaps.
It's hard to watch Naomi Watts in a role like this after seeing her get tortured in Funny Games and The Ring.
Yeah.
I feel like they blackmailed Bill Murray to be in this movie.
Yeah, I feel like there's a gun being held to someone in this film. And I think you're right, Adam.
They
I think
told
it's
him,
Bill
"We'll put the
Murray.
dog down if you don't do the movie," and he's like,
Oh, come on.
It's
What
like-
kind of...
"I'll
Yeah.
do the
Kinda
movie,
heathen
but I don't
are
want to
ya?
take that motherfucker home."
I gotta add Robin Hood.
Mine was talking about crypto.
All right.
Back it up.
I
What
see
the fuck
somebody
is that
wearing-
thing?
It's a Terminator.
No, whoa, wait, skip it. Wait, skip it. I'm watching somebody in Jenko sing
What?
Restart.
backed
Rebirth
it up?
colon. Yeah,
Did we back it
Rebirth
up? Okay.
colon. Home sweet home. What?
Right?
What
I
in the
am
dark of the
Groot.
moon is this?
Oh. Ain't where you from, it's where you at, Jake. Oh shit.
They're in the here and now, dirt.
Oh, he's gonna turn into that thing.
Oh wait, so this is like an extremist movie?
What?
What? So this is a cross between Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3 meets Hellboy the Golden Army.
With a little touch of the golden child, because I had the guy like that guy.
All those selfie
He must
lots.
pass the test. Look, he even gave him a dagger.
Dude, he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme.
Like, where the fuck did this movie come from? Hell yeah. That's what happens to you if you get your tongue split. You come back as one of those things.
Mm.
He's not even home. Oh, shit.
There's a lot happening.
Shit.
there. Holy shit.
Surprised there's an
another
ad on
ad.
this.
It's DD, no drinking and driving.
All right, I got it backed up. Everybody good?
Yeah.
You good,
Oh
Griffin?
no. Is this
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I think it's gonna be?
Oh, yeah. Disney done lost their rights to this shit too, you know? Damn.
Shouldn't have killed his mama.
They got bamboozled.
They're getting bambucked.
Jesus Christ.
Stag. This is what Moose Jaws would have been.
Yeah.
Just insert Jay and Silent Bob. That's not a fucking deer.
No.
I see deer all the time, dude.
That's
They
a-
don't get that big here.
That's an elk or a reindeer.
Oh, here it comes. Whoa, what a weird sound. Okay, just a black screen for 30
I
minutes.
mean, we're podlocked, right? I got another ad.
Same.
I'm watching
Robin
a
Hood for a
dude play
minute.
the spoons.
All right, I'm good.
All right, backed it up.
I'm still waiting.
Look at this cast.
Stephen Dorff, Heather Graham, and Nick Cage. All right. My
I'm ready when y'all are.
I'm already going to watch this. I hadn't even seen the trailer. Look at him.
Look at these glasses.
Do I know him? Oh, he killed a Rockefeller. Mhm.
Fuck.
What is this song? Look at the cross. The voice is a choice.
Yeah.
You mind if I do a voice? How do you keep a straight face
I don't know.
in a scene with him?
I don't.
It's got to be impossible.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to watch that.
Help me.
No ads.
No, I'm good.
We got the Last of Us trailer. It's about to come out.
Hell yeah.
Took them a while. Might pick somewhere warmer to live.
Yeah.
There's a fungus among us. Oh, they got a fort. Interesting song choice.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, it looks like they're up against something way more dangerous this time. People.
Yeah, right.
Ooh,
Themselves.
Them motherfuckers.
it's going to get real
Right.
fucking Walking Dead up in here, you know?
Yeah.
Got another Pedro. Pedro and Walton Goggins?
Uh-oh.
Sign me up for Walton Goggins goggles. Have y'all seen that commercial?
No.
He sells goggles.
I mean,
Walton Goggins goggles is what they're called. It sounds fake, like Bible Bunkas or something, you know, like
yeah.
it's real. They look like what you'd wear when you ski or snowboard. The music makes this feel like this trailer came out about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
In my house,
Mhm.
call the cops.
Yeah, right.
She's lost. Oh,
Oh shit.
Walton Goggins needs to be in a Carl Sagan biopic.
they just have a lot of parties, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm depressed just watching the
Yeah.
trailer. You know, like shit. This is a little too real for me right now. But you know.
I'm always excited to see a World War II movie from the other side of the aisle.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we've got a lot.
Yeah.
We pump them out. But it's like other people are like, well, we were there too.
Yeah. Remember us?
I'm getting Saving Private Ryan vibes here, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
fuck. That didn't happen. Or maybe it did. Oh, shit. Nah. Oh. He's going to eat it. This shit looks wild, man.
Yeah, right.
Oh, fuck no.
Looks
I'll be
crazy.
damned.
Gotta
Tennis.
add. Mine is Watermark Keith.
I got 2 ads. Okay. All right. Why
All right, I'm ready. Okay, violence.
They made this movie look really old.
Yeah.
Whoa. Running with those cobras. This version of Green Inferno looks wild.
Yeah, for real.
Better than the other one, though. Whoa. Just wait. The cops are going to show up.
Yeah, right. Start kicking everybody's ass.
If you thought the red guys were bad, the cops are here. I love in all this, they still found time to do a sing song.
Yeah.
A little dance. Oh, it's re-releasing. It is an old movie. God damn.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know, but I only saw one set of footprints.
Yeah.
All right. What are we doing? We going back to our original broadcasting program?
I'm down.
Trav, we were going to watch Love Hurts. That was what we were going to do.
Okay.
You remember the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on for it if you guys are good.
I'm down. Honorable mention. Watched the premiere of Righteous Gemstones.
Loved it.
Absolutely. More than willing to throw that on the pod pile, you know.
Yeah, I'm
But
down.
yeah.
I just got to catch up.
But yeah, Love Hurts is fine by me. When are we gonna watch when are we gonna watch The Crooked Man, Hellboy?
Man, whenever you guys want to watch it. You want to watch it after Love Hurts?
Yeah.
Because we don't ever lock it in. It'll just be...
Yeah, it'll float.
There's some floaters.
3 years later, we're going to be like, oh, yeah, that Hellboy
that came
movie.
out.
Yeah. Where were we at? It's like, wow.
That's good. I like having shit lined up because then I can knock it out.
Yeah.
If I have time, I can fucking throw it on, you know? But yeah. Checks in the mail.
Flag is raised.
Years